Dear Mooji, I deeply long for realization of self. Rarely am I gifted with emptiness, but always have great emotion. I feel like the world resonates through every cell, that the elastic pain and joy I feel is not my own. When I cry, it is not personal. Somehow, when I feel deeply, it brings meaning to my life. Yet I hear that life is meaningless. I am willing to accept this, but feel that it is a denial of my expression. Is passion ego? I guess I am in a tragic love story with God, one that makes me the star of the movie and the love interest of the divine. With respect, Tamara. You say when I cry it is not personal. Okay. Somehow when I feel deeply, it brings meaning to my life. When I feel something deeply, when I'm touched deeply, I have a sense of meaning comes into my life that must be giving you some joy. Yet I hear that life is meaningless. Well, life is meaningless is not a good teaching. Life will have meanings of various sorts. Things will touch you, you look into them, you'll use your mind, you'll grow into wisdom, you'll become more strong, more detached. All of that is kind of meanings. Give you a sense of something. The consciousness needs all these different tensions in life to somehow grow and mature itself. So to say to someone that life is meaningless is a very stupid thing. You cannot just say to somebody life is meaningless, what it means. So don't be troubled about that. If it comes to a point when you see that actually life has no one single meaning, that is better than saying it's meaningless. It has innumerable meanings depending upon where you are in your present perspective. It will take on a meaning for the time being. But it has no inherent meaning in any one thing. Even the same thing looked upon by the same person at different times will feel and be experienced differently. You see? So it gives you a sense that the life is not just something that is not an object. It is really an experience. It's like an all-round experience that's shaped by moods and feelings and thought, and so many things are contributing to the sensation or the experience of anything. So this is a maturity that gets increasingly deeper. But just to say dryly life is meaningless doesn't help anybody. You know? Unless it's just somebody who's deeply attached to unhappiness. They love to hear this type of stuff. I am willing to accept this, but feel that it is a denial of my expression. Yes. Is passion ego? Yes and no. If one sees that passion is also just an expression, a gesture, a movement of life, another taste of consciousness, it's fine. It won't do anything. It's fine. Enjoy. Feel what you mean by passion. Feeling something deeply, that can be also something beautiful. When you read some poetry or words by Rumi or Hafiz or something, you know, there's a passion there, but the passion is rooted in the heart. It's not rooted in the mind. It's not a trip. It is like it's deeply felt. So is that ego? Well, if it is ego, then it must be the ego of God. If something comes out of this. I guess I am in a tragic love story with God. I'm in a tragic love story with God. The tragedy is on your side. One that makes me the star of the movie. Well, maybe you want to be a star of the movie, and the love interest of the divine. Well, I don't understand what you're speaking about there. I don't know what to say about that. Falling in love with God can never be a tragedy. Cannot be tragic at all. Unless you have another meaning for tragic that might catch my attention. It could be like this, but I don't see this. I think the tragedy is to really be out of love with God. To be feeling somehow divided in yourself. That is the tragedy. But when you speak about God or truth, you're speaking about a unity, a unicity, a harmony, a beauty. And how can that beauty be felt as a tragedy except for, well, I don't even have time to go there. It's nothing. Forget about that last sentence you wrote. I think from this letter, I can just point out that for someone to tell you life is meaningless, I don't think it is helpful for anybody, really. Nor that it is too meaningful either. At a certain stage of maturity, your consciousness becomes more refined and much more neutral. It's like you can go in the marketplace and see so many things, but you can still come home with empty pockets, empty hand. Meaning that you're not closing your senses, but you're not really up for business. And something can be like this. Or you may take something, you don't take something. But these things are not of any consequence to you. Okay.